Welcome to today's Catholic Daily Readings from Christus Dominus Bread of Life. A reading from the first book of Samuel. Now there was a man of Benjamin, whose name was Kish, the son of Abiel, the son of Zeror, the son of Bechorath, the son of Apphia, the son of a man of Benjamin, strong and robust. And he had a son called Saul, an elect and good man. And there was not a man among the sons of Israel better than he was, for he stood head and shoulders above all the people. Now the donkeys of Kish, the father of Saul, had become lost. And Kish said to his son Saul, "Take with you one of the servants, and rising up, go out and seek the donkeys." And when they had passed through Mount Ephraim and through the land of Shalisha and had not found them, they crossed also through the land of Shaalim, and they were not there, and through the land of Benjamin, and they found nothing. And when Samuel had caught sight of Saul, the Lord said to him, "Behold, the man about whom I spoke to you, this one shall rule over my people." Then Saul drew near to Samuel at the middle of the gate, and he said, "Tell me, I beg you, where is the house of the seer?" And Samuel responded to Saul, saying, "I am the seer. Ascend before me to the high place, so that you may eat with me today, and I will send you away in the morning, and I shall reveal to you everything that is in your heart." Then Samuel took a little vial of oil and poured it on his head, and he kissed him and said, "Behold, the Lord has anointed you as first ruler over his inheritance, and you shall free his people from the hands of their enemies, who are all around them. And this shall be a sign for you that God has anointed you as ruler."
I stood in fields I did not choose, chasing losses I could not name. My hands were empty, my road uncertain, but you were already calling my name. You crowned me before I understood. You answered prayers I never spoke. Lord, in your strength the King is glad. In your victory I rejoice, not by my hand, not by my will, but by the power of your voice. Lord, in your strength the King is glad. You refuse not the wish of my lips. All I am stands in your mercy. All I have begins with it. You welcome me with unseen blessings, placed a crown I did not see. I asked for life, you gave me days beyond the reach of the strong and the weak. Majesty I did not earn, splendor you alone bestow. Lord, in your strength the King is glad. In your victory I rejoice, not by my hand, not by my will, but by the power of your voice. Lord, in your strength the King is glad. You refuse not the wish of my lips. All I am stands in your mercy. All I have begins with it. I was looking for donkeys, you were raising a king. I was counting my failures, you were doing a greater thing. Your face is my gladness. not in splendor, not in fame. Your joy is my inheritance, your mercy my royal name. Lord, in your strength the King is glad. Forever my song shall be this: I stand or fall by your goodness. I reign only because you exist. You gladden me with the joy of your face.
A reading from the Holy Gospel according to Mark. And he departed again to the sea, and the entire crowd came to him, and he taught them. And as he was passing by, he saw Levi of Alphaeus sitting at the customs office. And he said to him, "Follow me." And rising up, he followed him. And it happened that, as he sat at table in his house, many tax collectors and sinners sat at table together with Jesus and his disciples, for those who followed him were many. And the scribes and the Pharisees, seeing that he ate with tax collectors and sinners, said to his disciples, "Why does your teacher eat and drink with tax collectors and sinners?" Jesus, having heard this, said to them, "The healthy have no need of a doctor, but those who have maladies do. For I came not to call the just, but sinners." Join us for today's reflection. There is a young man named Saul wandering the hills of Ephraim and Benjamin, covered in dust, exhausted, ready to give up. His father's donkeys have wandered off, and he has searched everywhere. He is about to turn back empty-handed when his servant suggests they visit a prophet in a nearby town. Saul agrees, thinking maybe this seer can point them toward the missing animals. He has no idea that God has been orchestrating every step of this frustrating journey, that the Lord told Samuel the day before to expect a visitor, that the donkeys were never the point, that a kingdom awaits him. Saul went looking for livestock and found a crown. He thought his biggest problem was disappointing his father, and God was preparing to pour oil on his head and change the course of a nation. This is how God so often works. We chase what seems urgent while he pursues what is eternal. We solve the problems we can see while he addresses the ones we cannot even name yet. The irony runs deep here. Israel demanded a king because they wanted to be like other nations. They rejected God as their ruler because they wanted something visible, something impressive, something normal. And God gives them exactly what they asked for. He gives them Saul, a man head and shoulders taller than anyone else, handsome, from a wealthy family. He is everything you would cast if you were making a movie about a king. Israel wanted to look like their neighbors, and God gave them the most impressive-looking king imaginable. But notice what Saul himself was doing when God found him. He was not seeking power or building alliances or positioning himself for greatness. He was doing the humble work his father assigned him, searching for lost donkeys, ready to go home and admit failure. This pattern repeats itself throughout Scripture. Moses was tending sheep when God called him from the burning bush. David was watching his father's flock when Samuel arrived to anoint him. The disciples were mending nets when Jesus said, "Follow me." And in today's gospel, Levi is sitting at his tax booth, doing his despised job, when Jesus walks by and changes everything with 2 words. Levi had written himself off. Everyone else had too. Tax collectors were traitors who got rich by exploiting their own people for the Roman occupiers. No rabbi would acknowledge them, no synagogue would welcome them, no respectable person would share a meal with them. Levi probably assumed his choices had permanently disqualified him from anything holy. Then Jesus looks at him and says, "Follow me." Not after you clean up your life, not once you make restitution, not when you become respectable. Right now, exactly as you are, follow me. Levi gets up immediately. He does not negotiate or ask for time to transition out of his job. He rises and follows, and then he throws a party and invites every other disreputable person he knows to meet Jesus. The Pharisees are scandalized. Why does he eat with tax collectors and sinners? They have spent their entire lives building walls between the clean and the unclean, the righteous and the sinful. Jesus is demolishing those walls by sitting down to dinner. His response cuts to the heart of everything. Those who are well do not need a physician, but the sick do. I did not come to call the righteous, but sinners." Here is the uncomfortable truth. The Pharisees thought they were the healthy ones, but their certainty about their own righteousness was the very sickness keeping them from the physician. Levi knew he was sick. He had no illusions about his moral standing. That awareness of his own brokenness made him immediately responsive to grace when it appeared. Both readings today reveal the same divine pattern. God finds us in the middle of our ordinary messes, our frustrating searches for lost donkeys, our compromised lives sitting at tax booths. He is not waiting for us to achieve worthiness. He is not holding out for impressive candidates. Samuel thought he was meeting a farm boy looking for livestock. Jesus saw a future apostle and gospel writer in a man everyone else considered beyond redemption. The question is not whether God can use your current situation. He already is. The donkeys you are chasing, the disappointing work you are stuck in, the mess you have made of things, none of it disqualifies you, and all of it might be exactly where God intends to meet you. Saul found a kingdom while looking for donkeys. Levi found his life's purpose while collecting taxes. What might God be preparing for you in the middle of what feels like failure or frustration or just another ordinary day? The only ones who miss the invitation are the ones convinced they do not need it.